Guys, here's the first part of your review. So this is chapter 4, part 1 review. What we have is plotting points. All right. And then you have plotting points and connecting the lines to make a line. And last but not least, you have counting slope. So those are the first 3 things that we've learned from this chapter. And then tomorrow we'll do creating lines and calculating slope. And that's all that you have on the test. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 of these for you guys. The rest, you can ask questions in class if you do have them. But I'll go ahead and do A and B. So we'll have A and B. So the first one is 3, 5. So remember, it's x comma y. So we always go on the x-axis first and then the y. So we're going to go from 0, 0. We're going to go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to put my dot right there. I can make it a little larger for you guys. I'm going to put my dot right there. And I'm also going to label that, okay? So I'm going to go back down to 2, and I'm just going to put an 8 next to it. All right? And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with now B. So I have -2. So I start back over at 0, 0, -2, 1, 2, and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to mark that with a B. All right, and that's all you have to do for section. Whoa. And that's all you guys have to do for this first section is just plotting those points. So hopefully that's a review for a lot of you guys. Obviously, it's a review. Hopefully, this is an easy part of the review. And when it comes to the test, this is an easy 2 points right here. All right, so that's part 1. Part 2 was, again, now instead of graphing 1 point at a time, we're just going to graph 2 points, but then we're going to connect those with a line. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys, and you should zoom in when you work as well. I tried to include numbers on all these graphs to help you guys out. So I'm going to go over 2, 1, 2, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make my line on my dot. Make that a little bigger. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to go now -2, 1, 2, and then down 2 more. 1, 2, -2, -2. And now I do need to create a line. I suggest you guys using a straight edge if you're printing this off, or I want you guys using the shapes tool with the line and do your best to move it around so it goes straight through those 2 dots. So I'm going to go back to select up here. I'm going to drag the bottom and count. Okay. Now you guys do not need to do this, but I'm just going to show you as a review. Counting slope is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we rose 7 and we went over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 7 over 4. And that you're going to have to do that on the test. We're going to practice that down here, but it's good to get some extra practice in as you're doing this. All right. So I'll go ahead and over here. I got -3, 4 and 1 -3. So I'm going to go back to a bigger dot for you guys. I'm going to go -3, 1, 2, 3, and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going 1, -3, down 3, 1, 2, 3. And I made those dots really big. That's all right, though. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw my line. It might not be perfect. It's definitely not perfect the first time, so I'm going to have to move it around. And I will have the lines pre-made for you guys on the test, so you don't have to make them and then count slope. You'll count slope from the lines that I've created. And then I'm going to count slope again just for practice, just to show you guys again. We're going to go down first this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, each loop is a number, right? So like from 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to -1. So that's -7 because we went down. And how many did we go over? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I make these the exact same? Wow. Crazy. I just made up all these numbers. Crazy, crazy. All right. The last part is rise over run. Now, I'm only going to do 1 of these. Why am I only going to do 1? Because I just showed you guys slope up here. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. Remember, it's either rise or run, where if it's downhill, always think, okay, the little guy's entering the graph, right? I always joked about that. The little guy's entering the graph. If he's going uphill, it's going to be a positive slope. And when this guy enters the graph over here, notice it's going downhill. So this is going to be a negative slope. So with our negative slopes, we have to have rise over run. Our first number is down, -1. So we went down 1, and then we went over 1, 2. All right, so that's your slope. And then you guys are going to do that same thing with these ones, all right? So that's the review. That's all we have for class, guys, is this review. And then tomorrow we'll have our second part of the review. And if you guys have questions on any of this, please let me know. But yeah, I'm hoping that you guys all do really well in this test because it seems like you guys have done well so far this chapter. So let me know if you have questions.